Image wasn't generated, it was understood. Google's new Nano Banana 2 Pro didn't just create pixels, it reasoned about reality. People are calling it AGI level for a reason. And once you see why, images will never look the same again. Welcome back to NeuroWire Signal, where we decode the deepest shifts in AI before they reshape the world. If you want insight instead of surface-level hype, like the video and subscribe, it keeps this channel going. Today, we're breaking down Google's most unsettling release yet, Nano Banana 2 Pro. Because this isn't just better image AI, it's a new relationship between vision and intelligence. Why this release hits so differently? Every year, image AI gets sharper. More resolution, better lighting, fewer weird hands. The industry learned to expect incremental improvements wrapped in flashy demos. Nano Banana 2 Pro didn't feel incremental. It felt conceptual. Early reactions weren't about realism alone, they were about understanding. People noticed the model didn't just render objects correctly, it placed them meaningfully, consistently, and logically within scenes. That difference changes everything. What Nano Banana 2 Pro actually is. Despite the playful name, Nano Banana 2 Pro represents one of Google's most serious AI breakthroughs. It's a multimodal vision system designed not just to generate images, but to reason about visual reality. It understands spatial relationships. It preserves object permanence. It respects physics, perspective, and intent. This isn't a text-to-image model guessing what looks good. It's a system that appears to know what it's depicting. That's why people are using the word AGI cautiously but intentionally. Why AGI-level image isn't just clickbait. AGI doesn't mean perfect. It means generalizable intelligence. Nano Banana 2 Pro demonstrates something rare, the ability to transfer understanding across domains within vision itself. Lighting affects material, perspective affects scale, context affects composition. The model doesn't treat these as independent features, it treats them as connected truths. That integration is what makes the output feel intelligent instead of decorative. The moment people realized something was off, the first red flag wasn't how good the images looked. It was how consistent they were. Objects didn't morph between frames. Reflections made sense. Hands held tools correctly. Shadows obeyed geometry. These are the exact places where previous models failed, not because they lacked data, but because they lacked understanding. Nano Banana 2 Pro doesn't just fill pixels, it models the scene. From pattern matching to world modeling. Traditional image models rely heavily on statistical pattern matching. They've seen millions of images, so they remix what usually goes together. Nano Banana 2 Pro appears to go further. It builds an internal representation of a scene, a world model, and renders from that. That's the same conceptual leap that happened in language models when reasoning improved. Vision is now following the same trajectory. And that's why this moment feels different. Why Google has been quietly dominating multimodal AI. While competitors focused on chatbots and flashy assistants, Google invested deeply in multimodal intelligence systems that combine text, vision, logic, and memory. Nano Banana 2 Pro isn't an isolated product. It's a visible node in a much larger architecture that connects vision to reasoning. That's why it integrates so cleanly with language, spatial queries, and contextual prompts. It doesn't just draw. It answers visual questions. Why this breaks the image generator category. Calling Nano Banana 2 Pro an image generator undersells it. It can interpret instructions like, show a worn-down factory converted into housing, with signs of past industrial use still visible. And it doesn't just create an aesthetic. It encodes history into the environment. Rust appears where moisture would accumulate. Wear patterns align with human movement. Materials age plausibly. That's not art style. That's reasoning. Why humans instinctively trust these images. There's something unsettling about Nano Banana 2 Pro's outputs. They don't just look real, they feel coherent. Humans evolved to detect inconsistencies in reality. When something feels off, we notice instantly. These images pass that subconscious test far more often than previous models. That's a big deal. Once AI-generated visuals feel trustworthy, the line between observation and simulation blurs. The shift from looks real to is plausible. Realism is about surface accuracy. Plausibility is about internal logic. Nano Banana 2 Pro excels at plausibility. It doesn't create impossible reflections. It doesn't invent inconsistent geometry. It doesn't violate basic physical constraints. That means even imaginary scenes feel believable because they obey rules. That's intelligence showing up visually. Why this terrifies some researchers? If AI can generate images that obey reality's rules, verification becomes harder. Photos used to be evidence. Now they're arguments. When images are internally consistent, debunking them requires external proof, not intuition. That shifts power. Why this feels like Vision's ChatGPT moment. Language AI crossed a threshold when it stopped sounding random and started sounding coherent. Vision AI just crossed the same threshold. Nano Banana 2 Pro marks the moment images stopped being stitched together and started being thought through. From here on, expectations change. What this means for design and creativity. Designers won't use this tool to generate ideas. They'll use it to collaborate. You can iterate with intent. You can refine constraints. You can explore alternatives that all remain logically sound. That accelerates creative work without breaking coherence. Why this is also a scientific tool. This isn't just about art. Researchers can simulate environments, visualize hypotheses, and explore scenarios without breaking physical logic. Urban planning, architecture, education, training simulations. Anywhere visuals convey understanding, this model becomes a force multiplier. The ethical weight of AGI-level image. If an AI understands visual reality well enough to reason about it, ethical responsibility follows. What should it generate? What should it refuse? How do we prevent misuse without crippling utility? These questions get harder as intelligence improves. Why this isn't AGI but feels like a slice of it. Nano Banana 2 Pro is not conscious. It doesn't have goals. It doesn't understand meaning the way humans do. But it does demonstrate generalizable visual intelligence, a core component of AGI. Think of it as a subsystem that works frighteningly well. AGI isn't one model. It's many systems like this, stitched together. Why competitors are nervous. Other labs can generate beautiful images. Few can generate consistent worlds. That gap matters. Once users experience visual AI that doesn't break logic, they won't accept anything less. The bar just moved. Why this will quietly reshape reality. This tech won't announce itself loudly. It will slip into tools, into search, into assistance, into education. Soon, AI-generated visuals will be the default way ideas are communicated. And most people won't even realize when the transition happened. Why humans will still be needed. Even with perfect visual reasoning, AI doesn't know what should exist. Humans define meaning. Humans define values. Humans decide what stories matter. Nano Banana 2 Pro can visualize reality, but humans still choose which realities to create. That balance remains critical. It wasn't just an image model, it was a glimpse of machine perception. And perception is the foundation of intelligence itself. If this breakdown helped you understand why this release matters, like the video and subscribe to NeuroWire Signal. Because once AI sees the world clearly, everything else follows.